For this video I'll be looking at one of these outdoor solar lights. These are quite popular in the UK, but they never seem to last particularly long. This one I have here is only about 2 years old, and while this particular one does look a bit worse for wear, I have a handful of nicer looking ones that are also no longer working. So I figured this would be a good excuse to open it up, take a look inside and see what's actually wrong. I suspect it's probably a dead battery, but we'll open it up and see what we find. And if I give it a shake, you can hear there's definitely some dirt or something inside there, some of which has found its way out. This particular light's really easy to take apart. It's just held together here at the top by 2 screws, and then the top should just come off quite easily. So I'll lift the top up now, and I'm not too worried about breaking anything with this particular light, as I don't plan on fixing it. I think the first thing that stands out is just how simple these things are on the inside. We have a small PCB to control the charging and the function of the light, the solar panel that sits on top, and a battery, and that's all there is to it. We can see here there's a lot of corrosion around the battery and the battery contacts, which I'm a bit surprised by, as I'd have assumed something like this would have a bit more of a seal to keep moisture out. You can also see the switch on the PCB, which can be used to turn them off completely. If your light has a switch, you should really turn them off over winter to prevent them from discharging completely. This can be easily accessed on this light by twisting the top without having to remove the screws. So I'm just going to pop this battery out now, and to do so I will need to bend these tabs upwards a little bit so that the battery can be freed. With the battery removed, we can see there's also some corrosion on the negative terminal of the battery itself. The battery is a 1.2 volt nickel metal hydride AAA with a capacity of 100 mAh. The type of battery used is one of the reasons the electronics are so simple. At low charging currents, like that produced by the solar panel on this light, a nickel metal hydride battery will tolerate being constantly charged, even when it's full. This means complex charging circuitry, like you'd find with other types of battery, are not needed. So I'm just going to get my multimeter now. Let's take a look at the battery voltage and see if this battery has any life left in it at all. Yeah, so we can see here it's only registering 18 millivolts, which is much lower than would be necessary to actually turn the light on. Now this sort of battery is actually quite tolerant to being discharged, which means in theory if we were to put this into a charger and charge it very slowly, we could actually bring this back and continue to use it. I thought it'd be worth just taking another quick look at the battery contacts, because a dead battery suggests that it hasn't been receiving any charge. And on closer inspection, after removing it completely from the housing, I found that there's actually no continuity at all in the negative contact. I did have a suitable replacement on hand, so I installed this, and while it did charge the battery, as we can see here, unfortunately the light still didn't work. The battery seemed to discharge very quickly, so it's likely that in this case the battery would need replacing as well. So I think that's it for the look at this solar light. As I said at the start of the video, I'm not that bothered about fixing this one in particular, though I might buy a pack of replacement batteries to get some of the others working again. I hope you like this video, thank you very much for watching, and be sure to stick around for the next one.